Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Bryson, your favorite Pan-African personal trainer and nutritionist. And today I've got a special guest on the channel for an interview. I've got Mr. Quincy France. And today we're going to give you some history about New York City fitness, his personal fitness and health journey, and calisthenics, and just a masterclass in the history that you don't know about. So here we go. Today we're in Harlem in Marcus Garvey Park, and we're going to get right into it for you guys. So could you introduce yourself to the people, tell them a little bit more about yourself and your journey as an athlete in New York City?
Sure. I'm Quincy France, Senior. I've been into calisthenics since I was born, pretty much. Since I was able to walk, I was doing push-ups, squats with my family. My family has always been into sports and martial arts. Originally from St. Kitts in the British West Indies.
Okay.
Came to New York in the late 70s. So I went straight to the Bronx, New York, and I was immediately gravitated to hip-hop. Played sports all through school, so I'm as old as hip-hop.
Wow,
and I grew up in the Bronx. So Sedgwick Avenue is like not too far, you know, so I like Walali's Park and Park, France Siegel Park. Like I actually saw hip-hop being developed.
Wow.
Breakdancing was a big part of my culture coming up and everything else, so I was always into movement. I became a personal trainer a long time ago, met a friend of mine who wound up being the owner of Calisthenics Kings.
Okay.
George Richardson. So he pretty much met me and said, yo, you're not doing muscle up. And I'm like, yeah, I can do a muscle up. And he said, you're part of the team. And I'm like, what team? And he introduced me to the calisthenic world, which is only 4 teams at the time. You know, Barbarians in Brooklyn. You had bartenders here in Harlem and Calisthenics Kings. We were in the Bronx. And then they had Matrix and MBXA.
Okay.
So that was my introduction to the whole community, and NBXA held their first calisthenic competition in the Bronx at St. Mary's Park. It was the first time I saw calisthenics as a sport. And the first sponsor I seen there was Pushing Weight. They had a tent there, they had merchandise there. So I was immediately like, yo, who's this brand? You know, this is the very first calisthenic competition. They already have a sponsor. That blew my mind. And then find out that Pushing Weight actually made their logo, their first logo. So I kept wanting to be part of the culture, but I was working every Saturday. So I kept missing the comps when they came around. It wasn't that many comps that came around. It was Pull Up Art Jam and MBXA. That was it.
Okay.
So the MBXA one, I missed every single time. I get off work too late. I would show up at the end, get some pictures. I still got those pictures too. Oh, wow. But I wanted to be part of Pull Up Art Jam more than anything else because it was the competition, all reps. And I could be the strongest in New York in a sense. Wow. So I told them I was coming